rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without a... I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot for them, I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rock in Knicks universe. Your main man, Uncle Freezy, is in the building. What's good, everybody? I'm walking through. I'm on my way to the studio right now. Had to make a little pit stop. But just want to say salute to all my people watching on X. All my people watching on YouTube. Salute to Andy Yost. Andy Yost is in the building. Allah Wise is in the building. Salute. Jerry Fitz is in the building. What's good? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. What's good, man? What's good? What's good? Sherwin, what's good? What is good, man? What's good, y'all? So we have a lot of things to talk about tonight. One of the things one of them is, man, Cat absolutely looked amazing against the reigning MVP on the reigning MVP's floor. Cat against the reigning MVP went 12 of 15 from the floor. It's one of those things that we didn't talk about, right? I also want to talk about what you guys want to get your guys' opinion. Need for y'all to help me understand this, right? Need for y'all to help me understand this. Why am I overconfident or super confident about us facing the Dallas Mavericks on their floor? Do I have a reason to be overconfident facing the Western Conference finalist Dallas Mavericks? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. And do I have a reason to be overconfident, super confident about us facing a really good Dallas defense from the reigning Western Conference finalists? Why do I feel good about that game? Another thing I want to talk about, man, is why am I falling in love with Jalen Brunson all over again? Is it because of his newfound effort on defense? I'm not saying his defense is great. Not saying that his defense is great, but I am saying that the effort is impressive to me. Is it just his defensive effort? Right? Or is it him distributing the basketball, getting everybody else involved? Is it that? Sherwin is in the building. Salute. What's good? Y'all let me know what it is that y'all want to talk about. I'm on my way. Into the studio, man. Just had to make a pit stop. Jerry Fitz, salute. Jerry Fitz says the Knicks will be up against it next 2 games. Win these, and we are on our way. But Mavs will be tough, and Hornets' 5th game of a 5-game road trip is another tough game. Indeed, Jerry Fitz. Indeed, I think Charlotte is the trap game of all of these. Right? I did kind of figure that we'd roll over the Utah Jazz, and that wound up being a trap game. The Utah Jazz game, I felt like was the trap game. Now, in hindsight, I figured it would be the Charlotte game, being the 5th game of a 5-game road trip, and you're almost home. IKBM Dre's in the building. Salute to all the calculator guys. Salute to all the calculator guys that told me that Matt Ryan and Landry Shamet was going to be a difference maker. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody that told me the reason why we didn't draft Ryan Dunn is because Matt Ryan was going to save our season. Salute to all of y'all. I'm trolling IKBM Dre right now, everybody. Right, it's just a joke. Calm down, everybody. It's just jokes. Right, it's just jokes. Right. Yeah, man. Salute to IKBM Dre. Salute to Ivory 10. What's good, Ivory 10? Miguel P in the building. So to my guy Ivory 10, I think Kevin McCullough is going to be healthy for Friday's game. I think our 4th rookie is going to be healthy for Friday's game at Charlotte. Now, I know Tibbs won't play him. But to see him in uniform is going to make a lot of us feel good. You know Tibbs is not going to play him, right? But it'll be nice to see the 4th rookie in uniform. And so the word on the street is that Precious Achua is about a week and a half away. I spoke with Fritz Alcindor earlier. And I think he told me that Precious is about 3 or 4 games away, maybe 3, 4, 5 games away. And if that's the case, I think that may be when we hit our stride. When we get one of our bigs back or one of our jumbo wings back, I think that'll be a difference maker in our defensive rotation, or our rotation, and then defensively. Not saying that Precious is the best defender, but size does matter in the NBA. Right? Size does matter in the NBA, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. I paused there. I was waiting for Ivory 10 to make a Mitchell Robinson comment. Yo, salute to Ivory 10. I thought Ivory 10 was gonna put a Mitchell Robinson comment in the chat. Right. Man, salute, y'all. So I feel really good about the Dallas game, right? I feel really good about the Dallas game for a number of reasons. For one, the Mavericks have Luka out, Grimes is out, Clay is out. There's like a bunch of guys out for that game. Or I think they're game time decisions. Hey, this is a great comment too by Sherwin. Sherwin states, if he had his way, he'd send all of our rookies to the G League. And you know what, Sherwin? I would too. I wouldn't just send them there, but every homestand, every time we're in New York, I would definitely have them playing G League, even if they got to pull double duty. Right? Even if they got to pull double duty, even if they got to play 2:00 and then come back for the 7:00 game, I'd still have them doing it. Right? What do they have to lose? They don't play anyway. Right? What are they going to lose rotation minutes? No, they're not even. These guys are not even in the rotation. So one other thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys as I make my way to the studio is this the best version of Jalen Brunson that we've seen? Right? Is this the best version of Jalen Brunson that we've seen? Mind you, this is Jalen Brunson's third year as a Knick. This is his third season as a Knick, right? And Jalen Brunson historically starts off the season a little slow, catches fire around this time, and then is Weapon X for the rest of the season. And so what I want to point out is if this is a slow start, if 24 points and 8 assists is a slow start for Jalen Brunson, the league should be on notice. The league should be on notice. Cheryl says, I have zero complaints about Jalen. He's a top 10 NBA player. Right. I'm not complaining about Jalen Brunson. I think I know what Jalen Brunson is going to give us now. But ironically, I think Jalen Brunson is the best version of Jalen Brunson when Josh Hart is the best version of Josh Hart. And that probably makes zero sense from a narrative perspective. But from a basketball perspective, it makes all the sense in the world. Right? When Josh Hart is a threat offensively, defenses can't keep their eyes on Jalen Brunson. Or lock their eyes on Jalen Brunson. Let me rephrase that. They can look at Jalen Brunson, but they can look but not touch. This version of Jalen Brunson that we're seeing this year, if this is the 70% of what Jalen Brunson is going to be in January, then the league should be on notice. Hey, great comment too by Jerry Fitz. Jerry Fitz says teams aren't guarding Brunson with a PG anymore. They all know he can get 30 or 40 that way. They are guarding him with a bigger wing, and this is leaving smaller players on OG Josh Hart. Good for the Knicks. Yep. That's a great observation. And what happened was teams started doing this to Jalen Brunson. I think it was around the Chicago Bulls game last year. I think it was towards the end of the season when we played the Chicago Bulls and they had a whole bunch of jumbo type guys guarding Jalen Brunson. And basically, what that did was create weird mismatches all over the floor that we couldn't take advantage of with other guys. Right? But now with OG Anunoby working on his offensive game, Mikal Bridges and Cat, you can't really focus on JB like that. You can if you're willing to give up 40 points to OG Anunoby. You can if you're willing, if you want Karl Anthony Towns to shoot 80% from the floor. Right? You can if you want Karl Anthony Towns to grab 15 rebounds if you want to lose by 30. You can if that's what you want to give up. All right, y'all. I'm close to the studio right now. I'm gonna see y'all in a minute. Yo, Ivory 10, put some Mitchell Robinson stuff in the chat, so I'll be surprised when I get to the desk. None other is in the building. Salute, y'all. I'm on the way. Yeah, surprise everybody. I thought I was gonna be able to use the computer. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here at the computer, and my computer decided to update randomly. So there's that part of it. So I guess I'll use the phone for the next however many minutes until my phone dies. Coach Malpica is in the building. Salute. Salute. Yeah, man. I'm on the way. I'm here. I'm here. Right. Yeah. So I'm here, man. Salute everybody. I'm at the computer. Yeah, man. I didn't see so Fitzy, I didn't see the actual game, but I saw where that occurred. In terms of every Alfred Payton. I saw where that occurred, but I didn't see the game itself. So I think we may have been watching the Knicks game when that was happening. Yeah, I think we were probably watching the Knicks blow out the Denver Nuggets when that was going on. So my computer is doing an impromptu update. Um, that was weird. I'm not for sure. Well, computers do what computers do. So Ivory 10 says he's looking forward to the cat Mitch Alley-oop. Okay. I think I'm more looking forward to the Knicks rotation being extended beyond 7 players. That's what I'm looking forward to. Right. I'm looking forward to the Knicks rotation being expanded beyond um 7 players and Tibbs playing the starters um however many minutes Tibbs likes to play the starters. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am frustrated that Tom Thibodeau is playing these guys 40 minutes on nights when they're beating teams by 25. Right. And I already know what the excuses are. Right. I already know what the excuses are. People are going to talk to me to death about stuff about basketball. They think I don't know, right? Like, yo, a 10-point lead is not a 10-point lead anymore. Man, I know that, right? A 20-point lead is not a 20-point lead anymore. Man, I know that already, right? The reason why leads like that disappear is not just because of 3-point shooting. Leads like that disappear when a coach gets out coached in a moment, and it can happen, right? A coach may not out coach another coach from tip to buzzer, right? There'll be some times that the other coach will make a great adjustment, and that's what happens on runs, right? The other coach will make a great decision, right? His team will go on a run, right? They'll chop into a lead or get a lead, right? And then before you know it, what looked like a secure lead could be a game headed into overtime, like the Timberwolves took the Rockets into overtime tonight. I watched that game, right? I watched that game. I see how bad Dante DiVincenzo looks as a Timberwolf also. Dante DiVincenzo is out there looking like an NBA player without a home. Hey, do what Andio says too, by the way. Andio says hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 4,000 likes as I wait on my computer to do something. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that celebrates. Yeah, coach. I see you, coach. Yeah, when I get in, man, I gotta speak to something that Cowboy Bob said about Ariel Hukporty. He was right. Cowboy Bob was correct about Ariel Hukporty. That one night, Cowboy Bob said that Ariel Hukporty was late on rotations and his effort looked like it was lacking a little bit. Ever since that night, he has not played another minute. Cowboy Bob was right, Coach. Ariel Hukporty was out there slow to rotate and missing rotations, and ever since that night, Ariel Hukporty has not taken those warm-ups off. As this computer's taking a long time to update. So we're about 30% there. Is Cowboy Bob in the chat? Let me see. And we'll put the link in the chat so I'll have some company while I sit up here. All right, there we go. There we are. Sherwin says that he's been saying that all season that he looks like Cat on defense. Wow. What I'm going to say to that is the Knicks defense looks vulnerable with our bigs out. And so I'm not going to judge Cat or Hukporty or Jericho Sims knowing that we have most of our bigs out due to injury. And we had Deuce out. And we had Cameron Payne out for a stretch. And so while that sounds like a cop-out, it's a reality.
Salute. What's going on, Unc?
What's up, boss?
Knicks fan, what's happening? Good to see all y'all. Happy holidays. It is exciting to be a Knicks fan. If you ain't excited now, you won't be excited ever.
Yeah, man.
I'm putting up the Christmas tree, so y'all can put up the Christmas tree with me. You know, I got company coming over this weekend. I got to put up the tree.
Yeah, man. I got to get mine out of the closet and get ready to put it up. But I think we're going to do ours the day after Thanksgiving. How tall is it? Is it a 7-footer? Because if it can't block
like a 10, man. It's like a 10.
It's a 10-foot tree. Okay, I was gonna say if it's not tall,
I got another piece that goes on top of that.
If it's not tall, bro, we don't need it because we need rim protection.
Yeah, I got to get a ladder for that top one. I got to get my ladder out for that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm going big. I promised myself I was just gonna go big. That was it.
Yeah, man. So how do you like the Knicks defense, bro?
You know, it's spotty. You know, it's off and on. I think, we definitely need more consistency with the defense. But I like the help last night. I'm hoping those reach-ins don't become reach-in fouls in other games. And I'm just hoping, we definitely gave up some layups, some easy layups. I think there was definitely some confusion on some plays here and there. But, last night was just a great performance. They did really well tonight, last night. They helped each other out a lot. And I think they need to do more of that. I think they need to be moving their feet a little bit more. And I hope they took this seriously, not just because it was the Denver Nuggets, but because, I hope they come out every game like this. That's what we need them to do.
Right.
Because they proved that they're capable. So if you're capable, then what's going on,
Right. I don't know if it was Denver because we looked similar against Phoenix also. I think our defense looks similar against the Phoenix Suns. What I learned from that Phoenix game is that we have a lot of great defenders that are versatile and that we can move around, but we also have poor defenders that can mess up a defensive scheme just by being on the floor. Is what I learned.
You know, we got some long dudes with some length. OG, I mean, my God, I mean, he's just a beast defensively, man. I've never seen a team like this, in New York, man. It's crazy. I mean, we saw such trash for so long. I mean, I can't believe what I'm seeing, It's exciting. It's just really exciting, man. The pain. I just remember the pain we went through to be at this spot now. I mean, it's incredible. To think that we're going to build onto this with some dudes that aren't even playing yet is crazy. It's crazy. This is an opportunity that we have not had in a long, 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 long time. And I'm excited to see how far we can go. I'm excited to see how we can do. I mean, it's I wish it was the postseason, well, not yet, because we need Mitch back for that. Had to get that in, Freeze. You know that. So, Freezy, you having some computer problems over there? Oh, looks like Freezy is having some problems with his update. I'll come on here. Let me see if I can join the chat and see what y'all are talking about. See what's going on. Uh-oh. I don't think I can do that. Coach, where you at? Coach is at work today or something like that? You had to work? You can't join us? I understand. Salute to the chat. Coach says he's excited. That's for sure. All right, cool. Sherwin said, folks, Bridges is not a bad defender. Teams pick off Bridges and Cat and don't know what to do. Bridges has been spotty on defense, but I think we saw a good performance last night. I was impressed with what he was doing last night. That's for sure. But we definitely need him to be more consistent. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. We need consistency, but we need consistency from everybody. I don't think. I heard a lot of people saying that we were not going to be able to, that we were not going to need rim protection because of how locked down our wings were. We had the whole wing stop thing going on and everything else. But, I'm not so sure that was the case. It's not one guy can't just do it by himself. We really need all these guys chipping in, helping each other out. I don't think Cat is ever going to be the guy in the paint that we hoped he would be, but if we have enough guys chipping in, he won't have to be that. But I'm not so sure we can rely on that. That's why I'm glad that we got a couple of dudes coming back. And I think Precious and Mitch are going to combine with Cam off the bench, with Deuce. And those four, along with the starters, that's a tough 9 dudes. That's tough. So I'm excited to see what they do. I think we'll see that bench really, really add a different dynamic when they go in the game. I think we've seen it already just with Cam and Deuce even. I think Cam, can possibly help Deuce really extend what he can do. I think he can make Deuce an even better player because he won't have that pressure bringing up the ball and running the offense. If Cam can run that and let Deuce be Deuce, we could just see a nice and just have the wings going in and out when they're playing with those dudes. I mean, that's just nice. That's nice. It's exciting. I'm really hoping that this defense can stay consistent. That's really the main thing. What's up, big dog?
My brother.
What's going on?
Man, I like the conversation so far.
I'm having it with myself, but that's
Hold on a second, big bro. My main interest is your main interest. I'm disgusted with the defense. Disgusted. Offense is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And what our main constituents is, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's what they want. They like the offense. My biggest interest is like I'm not happy the way the defense looks. When we come up with certain situations and certain teams, our defense needs to show and prove. And I have not been happy with it at all. I've been like sitting there, like even victories, certain victories. You know what I'm saying? All right, we won. We look great. Yeah, I'm happy to have that win. But the victories have not been looking like it's like somebody. It's like Godfather. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think to some degree, it's just different. We're winning differently is part of it. For me, I know personally, I'm not used to seeing, wins where we're, we're just scoring more. I think everyone knows, and obviously even the team is being very
Oh,
straightforward
grandfather.
about it.
Excuse me.
Even the team is being straightforward about. We heard Hart's comments. These guys know that they need to pick it up on the D. They understand that, and I think. I'm sure that's all they're talking about, but we do have to just be real with who we have right now and do the best with what we have. They can do better. Obviously, they can do better. But I just think once we get these two pillars back, I think Precious is
What are your two
underrated with
pillars
his.
again? Because I missed that part of the conversation.
I'm sorry.
No, I missed that part of your conversation. The two pillars you were saying.
Yeah, just those two last pieces. Those two last pieces to the puzzle that I think.
Which was what?
Which was going to be Mitch and Precious. When we get those two back, I love the flexibility that Precious has, where he can guard anybody out there. He really can. He's really a 1 to 5 guy, if you ask me. I mean, as close to one as we have. I think he's a better 1 to 5 guy than maybe even OG. To be honest with you, I think he's got quicker feet. Freezy played an intro for himself.
Yeah, man, I made it, man. I made it.
It's back.
My bad, man. My bad.
Lee, much love to my big bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to make this about a Mitch conversation, because obviously, I am a Mitch fan, and I don't want to sound like the Kevin Knox fans way back when. And I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna try to circulate this conversation.
No,
but the conversations of it all have been.
Mitches.
Huh?
These sons of Mitches.
Yeah,
just gotta
mess around and got on the call with 2 Mitches.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
Not even that. Yo, you already know I love the Butcher. I love the Butcher.
I just think when we add those 2 back, I think it's going to solve a lot of these defensive problems that we're talking about. I really do. I think by then, also keep in mind, it's really about time and continuity of playing together. These guys are already playing at an elite offensive level. If they were playing at an elite defensive level, also, it would just be incredible. I mean, it wouldn't be real.
Yeah,
so we do have to give them some time to be perfect. We got to give them some time.
Yeah, that's impossible. The thing is,
bro, and I ain't gonna flex neither, yo. Because if it was a wish, we all be rich.
Yeah, and in the real world, man, dudes can't really be elite on both sides of the ball at the same time, not for extended stretches, because they get hurt.
Right.
They hurt. That's like asking Saquon Barkley to play running back and play elite level corner and stay healthy.
Right.
Or even that middle linebacker. Period.
Yeah.
But we all agree that they can get better, though. We agree that they can get better and will get better, I think, with a little bit of time and continuity and learning. Because even they were still getting a little lost last night. But I think with time they'll get better. And then I also think adding a couple of these pieces that we're missing, I think it'll help us. That's all. I'm not saying these guys are the end all be all. I'm just saying
no. Because see, listen, you asked my argument from earlier this year, which I got shut down on. You know what I'm saying? You kind of add to my argument. And I'm in, and me and you, Ivory, are sort of in the same boat. You understand what I'm saying? Because I remember me saying by myself earlier this year, I think either in the preseason or whatever the case may be, God willing, if, and I hate that word, if and when this young man gets healthy, he's going to be the key to help us get to a championship. And I still stand on that little rock by myself. By myself.
You ain't by yourself.
No, I'm just saying, because when I made that statement, I was by myself. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm still standing on it by myself.
As soon as Mitch gets on the court, we'll have a lot more believers, like we always do.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
But we're not gonna make Mitch.
I'm not this, you know what I'm saying? As much as I'm trying to give this young man Cat, you know, the gato or whatever I want to call him now, you know what I'm saying, the big man, I appreciate the point that he's given us. I appreciate the effort, but it's not enough in certain situations. Because when I watched that Utah game, it exposed, not exposed, but it told me a lot of things. For example, when we play teams with big lineup, for example, you know what I'm saying, for example, them, you know, say the Laurie Marketing, and they all back down on him. You understand what I'm saying? And when they do their oh my God, what's that defense that we run? That defense we run with same defense we try to run with Mitch, and they attack him and pretty much shut him down from his inside game, and then his outside game ain't working. We're in trouble. We're in major trouble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got no answers for that. You know what I'm saying? When Cat shut down, you know what I'm saying, we got to put the ball in the dribble's hands for him to do hero ball because Mikal Bridges ain't stepped up and found his way. You understand what I'm saying? To chip in. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like we're in a committee to win, but the other people haven't found their way to get to that. They haven't found a yellow brick road to catch up to Dorothy. You understand what I mean? I hope I made sense. If I went on a tangent and didn't make sense, forgive me.
You lost me at the end there, but
yeah, I think hold on for a split second though.
Trey, what it is?
What's good? What's good?
There we go. There we are.
What's good, Frizzy? What's good, Ivory? What's good,
up,
Core?
Dre? What's going on, bro?
Not much. Just enjoying the progress that I'm seeing in the team, game over game.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest thing you're noticing that you're surprised about?
I'm to be absolutely honest, I didn't anticipate the offense to click at this level this quickly, even with like one guy not necessarily performing at a level that we thought we were gonna get, especially Mikal. Like we put up 145 on a team, like we put up 145 on a team that
We gave up
typically is
118
a solid
blood.
defensive team. Yeah, like we put up 145 and Mikal didn't even play well.
Right. Offensively.
Like we literally this is the most points we scored since like the 80s in regulation anyway.
What are you doing?
Like,
Bro, we had never, not even the 80s, we scored that much. I think the last time we scored that much like that was Michael Richardson was playing on the team.
we had 45 assists to under 10 turnovers.
I mean, what are we even talking about?
That
Yeah.
that
Oh,
that
what are we
hasn't
talking about?
happened. That hasn't happened since.
What my issue is that freaking Utah game when they neutralize one person and nobody else shows the hell up.
Well, I'll put it this way.
Who's that one person though?
I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you, Corey.
Who's that person, Lee?
Cat.
They
Wait a
didn't neutralize him. He just missed shots.
Neutralized Cat?
He just missed shots.
Yo,
Literally.
bro, come on, man. I watched that game two,
He
three
took
times.
6 wide open threes that he was shooting 50% on and missed.
No, okay. Are you talking about they neutralized him because of counting stats? Because if the counting stats is the debate of being shut down, that man had like 15 rebounds.
Okay. And how many block shots did he
frame it
have?
like this.
I was saying, how many block shots did he have? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he may have had, 15 defensive rebounds, but you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, it's like they still moonwalk through the middle of the lane. Just like beat it.
Corey, I'm gonna frame it this way so you can like not have such a negative view on it. If we performed the way we were capable of performing offensively, they wouldn't have even put out those 3 big lineups the entire time. But because we were missing shots, they were comfortable running with 3 power forwards and 3 centers the entire time.
Yeah, and even with that,
but I'm saying, but listen, they had 3 people converging. I'm sorry, Frizzy. They still had 3 people converging on one person, and nobody else. Hey, was there. Hello, and I understand
where's that Asian baby at, bro? Hold on, let me find that Asian baby.
Oh, yeah, okay, because I'm gonna cry. You right, I'm whining. I'm whining. Wipe my
okay, Lee. If they played a double big lineup, you showed me the other big we could have played against a double big lineup. Where he at?
I didn't say we need to play a double big lineup.
Bro, no, you mentioned double big. You said out of your own mouth
they did. They did.
Right? And if the Knicks had 2 bigs of similar talent, point them out.
It was really a triple.
You don't have them because they're hurt.
If you don't have them, then how can you adjust to that?
But my argument is this is my argument, blood. My argument is that the simple fact that we still need X, Y, Z, and ABC. We can't shun these people because they're not here.
But you just shunned them.
That's my argument.
That's what you just did. You said they
played
a big lineup and we didn't adjust to it. You said they shut Cat down. And then when I asked you, well, what would you have a problem? What's the solution to your problem? And you said we don't have an answer. Basically.
Right now we don't.
So
because I answered healing.
What about then? What are we complaining about?
Okay, you're right. Maybe I'm running the circles, and I apologize.
If Tibbs would have had Mitchell Robinson healthy and didn't play him Saturday against that double big lineup that you mentioned, then we could sit here today and be like, Tibbs is a fool because he had Mitchell on the bench and he wouldn't play him. Right? But he didn't have Mitchell Robinson Saturday. And the other thing to your point, and a lot of Knicks fans are saying this, but it sounds like Chicken Little. Like we legit
Sky's falling.
The sky is falling. When we showed up for that lineup, first of all, they had a 7-foot dude at power forward being guarded by a dude that's 6'7". Off the rip, that's a height mismatch. Off the rip. Right? And then the fact that Tibbs started off that game with Jalen Brunson being the point of attack defender was also a mistake. You know Jalen Brunson can't guard the point of attack, but you know what he also can't do? You can't hide him on Lauri Markkanen. You can't hide him on Lauri Markkanen, and you can't hide him on John Collins. And to blame Cat and to blame Tibbs.
I'm not blaming Cat.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's all his fault. Cat is just one person. He plays with 4 other people. You understand what I'm saying? My argument is that one of the 4 has not found his footing on our team. And I'm bugging out because I'm waiting for him. Like, where in the hell are you?
I apologize because I missed the point. I thought you were saying that we had a problem against their 2 bigs, and that's why you said Utah.
No, I'm just saying. For example, no. The problem is that the other person on our team who probably could have alleviated some of that on our team has not found his footing.
I thought you were talking about 2 bigs in defense. I didn't know you were talking about something else.
No,
right.
Who's the person? Who's the person that you're referencing that hasn't found their footing?
Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
All right. See, that's something different. Okay. But the point at the size thing, there's nothing Tibbs can do, bro.
No. I mean, that's an obvious thing, and I'm not going to wage an argument on something. Obviously, I'm not stupid, and no disrespect to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we talking about
in that realm, saying that they're stupid. But the point of it all is just like I feel like sometimes come out in this game and we're fighting one hand behind our back, and we, you know what I'm saying, and we haven't really locked in on defense because I can't. I get it. I'm not knocking. I can't beat a tree that does not bear fruit on one end of the court. He's not going to be rim protection. He's not going to be Patrick Ewing. He's not going to be Patrick Ewing on the defensive end.
You know Patrick Ewing had Charles Oakley beside him, right?
Oh, clearly. Come on, bro.
Okay,
that's why I brought his name up. I clearly understand that.
I'm saying, I'm just pointing out. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, you go back too far to understand this, man. But the defensive end is Freezy.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you though, Core. The last game we played against the Nuggets, the defense was on point to me. I think they just let the foot off the brake in the fourth quarter.
Great, bro.
They just let their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
I agree. Yo, listen, man, I love what we did against Denver. The perimeter defense was what point of attack. They could barely get once they got the ball over half court, they was in trouble. We ripping them, stealing them, everybody jumping on everything. You understand what I'm saying? Cat had a quiet 25. And he had 2 blocks. Actually. I saw that. Believe me, I saw the stats. I watched the whole game. And then I went back and watched it again. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, my point of it all.
So for the record, the Knicks are 14th in the NBA in points allowed per game.
That's not bad considering where we've been.
We're at the midway point. It's getting better. And the season's still young.
Right. And see, the thing is, we're 14th, and we've been having key role players out the entire time. What are we talking about?
In and out.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Made up for a lot of what we've lost. As far as maybe I'll be looking at it from a whole nother perspective if he'd have played in the Utah game. Maybe. I don't know. But
I think a lot of the issues that
last night, he helped out a lot.
Think when we go against teams that are bigger than us, our trump card is to shoot better than the other team. And when we don't have the shooting, then they're just going to be bigger and grab rebounds. And sometimes in an 82 game season, you're just not going to have the shooting.
Every now and then, your shot just not going to go, bro. It's what it is.
It's basically the same thing, the same reason like we fell apart against the Cavs. They
They're not
went
throwing
double
out.
big, and our shot just stopped going in. But we were dominating them when our shots were going in, and then
Yeah, I
we just went
understand that.
cold.
But but listen to my other argument, and I know this is gonna sound like a rerun, like we're gonna sound like you scratching back to the '80s, but 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 when we lack them people, we had something to replace that. We haven't. So I understand now, and I appreciate the fact that the front office understood and reevaluated the situation that we're in, the whole Mitchell Robinson situation, as far as that. Because when we come up to these, because we got to play these other cats again, we're gonna see them again. You understand? See, my whole thing is my perspective and my
Lee,
thought process.
you losing us because the thing is you're
Listen,
saying
because
we're
the whole
not,
the
Lee,
whole
you're
trade,
saying
the
we're
whole
gonna see them again, but can't you imagine when we see them again we'll have Mitchell Robinson?
I pray we do.
Well, what are
But
we
but
talking
but
about?
but 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 the talks earlier was like we're gonna move on without the young man. That's been the talk. That's been everybody's thought process that F him, we don't need him. We're gonna keep pushing without him.
Man has a
Oh
point.
boy, boy. I think we at confession now. I think we're like at confession. Like we legit are talking to the priest right now
Okay,
about
well, so be it then.
because
Can
if we're
I
it's like when we're
get my
talking about
bread?
the
Can I get my
basketball,
bread and move on?
right? Well, the thing is, if we're talking about Mitch or the Knicks defense on the floor, that's one thing. But when we start chasing waterfalls about people's opinion, yo, you can't quantify that. It don't matter how many conversations you have. Somebody's opinion is their opinion. They have a right to it,
No, no,
right?
no, no, no doubt. No, and I'm not. I never dispelled nobody's opinion, nor have I attacked it.
If it makes you feel any better, brother, I'm with you, Corey Lee, for sure. I brought up Mitch and Precious just to say the Knicks were going to just be better when they get healthy. Obviously those two are beasts in their own way, and they're going to bring a lot to the table. I know there was a lot of talk about that, but you know what? Let's wait till Mitch proves it and does it. Then we'll have our day.
Yeah, Mitch is hurt, bro. Mitch is hurt. Mitch is out till the King holiday, and we keep talking about Mitch. Mitch, man, Carl Anthony Towns had
It's
8
the
offensive
King's
rebounds.
I believe he's
And
gonna be back before that, but so
nah,
He
man,
said
that dude
King's
is out till
holiday.
Valentine's Day, bro. What are we talking about? Dude is out till sometime between the King holiday and Valentine's Day. What are we? And the start of this conversation was not even Mitch. The start of this conversation was defense. Corey Lee said, "I get it. We scored 145 points. 45 points. I get it. The fact that we won, but I don't like the way that we won." That was the first point. I don't like the way that we won. Lee, you remember saying that, right? Respectfully, because
I agree. Yo,
I pay attention to what
yeah,
Lee be
yeah,
saying.
I stand on that too. Yeah, I said that. Yes, I did.
Yeah, we paying attention, bro. But the thing is, the more we talk about it, the more we get to this thing where now we're at the the Church of Mitch of Latter-day Saints about nothing happens in Knicks universe without
Cabron. Go ahead. Go
right.
ahead.
Lee, think of Dre. Is that not where this conversation is going? Think about it. It started off with when Dre was talking about that we scored 145 points, and Dre was talking about a point. His point was point differential. Like it don't matter if they scored 118 if we beat them by 27.
But in reality, they scored like 80 something in the first 3 quarters, and then a lot of teams would ask for that.
Right.
We
Like
was running
I,
all night too. Everybody
We
was
were
running.
smothering them so bad that Jamal Murray and Jokic just sat. They knew the game was over. They were like, "Yo, we got veterans over here, man. We just gonna sit our vets. This game already over."
bro, his coach just decided. Like we talking about that 118. And it was literally just Westbrook playing at full speed while we're like mailing it in.
Right. That's basically it. That's the only way they got to 118 is Russell Westbrook was going 1,000 miles per hour about dudes that just wanted to get back to the hotel.
Okay. All right. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am acting like Chicken Little.
Because if they stayed on pace, they would have scored 105 points. That's what they were on pace for. 105. That's what they were on pace for, bro. And then Russell Westbrook comes off the bench. Him and DeAndre Jordan want to foul Cat. Right? They have pride. They get paychecks too.
Stat chasing.
Right. And so so I don't have a problem with what Russell Westbrook did, bro. They legit lost by 27 without Westbrook. They'd have lost by 47. And we'd have still been up here talking about defense. Why we gave up 105?
Nah. I wouldn't have said a effing thing.
Bro, we beat them Dre, what was the score? 145 to 118 or something like that?
Yeah. Like they had 87 points after 3.
Yeah, so they were on pace to score
around
111 or something like that.
Around 110.
Yeah.
Which is less than league average still.
Right.
We're not taking into account like Jokic is about to win his 4th MVP. He's an offensive machine on his own.
And he was dominated by Karl Anthony Towns on his own floor.
He really was. I totally agree with that. I
can't stand that dude. I can't stand him. I think he gets away with a lot of stuff, man. A lot of under the basket pushing. I mean, I can't stand him. He's great, but I can't stand him.
He gets away with a lot of physicality, but
he does.
What superstar doesn't get away with a lot? Name one.
None of us.
Cat.
None of us.
Cat, not Karl Anthony Towns.
Cat, no get
none of us.
Well, okay. Let me.
But you said superstar, right?
Yeah, I said superstar.
Cat's not a superstar. Cat's
megastar.
But Cat's not a superstar now.
No,
he's a superstar. Cat is a superstar. I'm talking megastar.
He's not. He's a megastar.
Top 5 player.
Wow.
You see Cat and Jordan Brand on the bags of Doritos?
No, he's talking about Jokic.
I'm talking about Joker.
Oh, okay.
Joker is the megastar, not Cat. That's where I'm differentiating. I said, like, what megastar doesn't get? Like, we watched Giannis get away with a ton. We done seen LeBron get away with 20 years of nonsense.
Yeah.
Kobe got listed for 13 All NBA defenses. Does Kobe play defense like that?
Nah.
So that's Kobe. We don't do in-season steroid testing, but we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, Kobe probably maybe the one year they got to the finals with Pau Gasol, the first year.
Yeah,
I think he might have been All NBA defense that year. Every other year is just about.
Y'all old enough to see MJ in his prime, and we know what he got away with.
Yeah, he wasn't an all-world defender either. I watched plenty of nights where Phil Jackson whistled to Scotty, so Scotty can get Mike Man. I saw it with my own eyes. People are gonna say no, it never happened, and I get it, but I saw it with my own eyes.
I was talking about the whistle. The whistle was right there.
I'm just the whistles.
I'm talking about the whistle coming from the coach.
Megastars get away with a lot.
I'm talking about the whistle coming from the coach.
Yeah,
that's what I was referring to. Phil doing the, you know what I'm saying, and pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we know that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My thing about the defense though is I think Knicks fans are so used to complaining about everything. The one thing they find is that's not tightened up, they complain about it. Right?
Well,
they'll complain about the Tom Thibodeau rotations. Like if Tibbs leaves the starters in for too long, they complaining. Hey, what you doing, man? These dudes played 38 minutes, man. We up by 30, man. Tibbs, you got to sit them dudes, man. Complain about that. Complain about the defense. Oh, man, we keep giving up layups. Where's Cat at? Well, Cat is on the perimeter with the jump shooting big. Where's your weak side rim protection at? Why are we bringing up Cat? If we know sports, and I'll give an example for Lee, right? Lee, if we run in buck sweep, right? If we run in buck sweep, and it's supposed to be back on backer, right? but your back keep blowing up the play, the backer keep blowing up the play in the backfield. You like, yo, my running back trash. No, the running back ain't trash. Ain't nobody blocking the backer.
No, it's the fullback with the lack of a fullback or the tight end. Somebody coming.
No, I'm talking about when you pull both guards. Is what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I understand what you mean, but I'm saying though.
Yeah, I'm talking about when you pull both guards, you get your fullback up the middle to hold your
Yeah,
middle linebacker long enough for your guards to get out there.
yeah, exactly. But I'm still saying I understand that when the
We out here
guards
blaming
can't
the running
seal
back.
it.
We out here blaming the running back. The running back's supposed to be making people miss, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing the cat right now. That's what we doing the cat right now, bro. Right? Like we blaming the defense because the bullpen arms keep getting the ball hitting the outfield, and we blaming the outfield for not catching everything. It's the bullpen arms, bro. I was pointing out to you and Dre. I think it was you and Dre. Y'all were together for the Denver game, and Jalen Brunson kept taking the ball out of the net every time Denver scored, right? And I was like, "Yo, who taking the ball out the net?" And y'all was like, "Yo," and somebody was like, "Yo, why you keep saying that?" Because that is the closest guy to the guy that scored. His responsibility was not to meet him at the rim, but to go meet him out front so he doesn't get to the rim.
Catch him right there at the top of the perimeter.
Right, like the dude, like Jalen Brunson, legit is supposed to meet that dude out about 6 feet away from the rim, and make that man change direction or draw the charge. But he not getting there fast enough. You know why? Because he's not a rim protector. Right? And you can't hide Jalen Brunson all the time against certain teams. Sometimes you got to admit that the other team has good personnel also.
They get paid money too.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh Hart, you know that half moon that's under the rim? Hey, y'all know the half moon that's under the rim, right? Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson ain't supposed to be meeting 7-footers right there. They supposed to be getting 5 feet in front of that and forcing somebody to pass the ball.
That's not in their job description.
But one dude 6'2", the other one 6'4". Right? And people are saying, well, where's Cat? What's Cat's responsibility? Well, what do you want Cat to do? Do you want Cat to leave Jokic wide open for 3?
Teleport.
Right. Do you want Cat to leave Lauri Markkanen wide open for 3? And then what? And then now we're like, yo, Cat don't give a damn about defense. Right? And then at the same time, y'all see with your own eyes that Cat get at least 2 ticky-tack fouls a game. And then now he down low, right? Knowing that he can't foul because his quality big man is out till St. Patrick's Day.
Stop it, man. Stop it. Man.
No, for real though. For real. Right?
Stop it, man.
Right. I mean, think about it. Think about this. How comfortable are you with what if Cat get 3 fouls in the first quarter? How comfortable are you with Jericho Sims playing 2 straight quarters?
Bro, it'd be tough, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. At that point. It's a tough pill to swallow. We're in a conundrum that we can't afford to lose neither.
Bro, the thing is, we got to man, listen, Mitchell Robinson is out until April Fool's Day. We just got to deal with it. That's just what we got to deal with.
Don't do that,
right?
Man.
When Mitch get back, will the team be better? Absolutely. Right? But what are we gonna do until Memorial Weekend when he get back? Right? We just got to play with the guys we got.
Keep moving it back. Veterans Day.
Yeah, what are we gonna do till 4th of July when Mitch get back, bro?
Labor Day.
Yeah.
We gonna do all white on Labor Day.
Oh my God. Yo, you are funny. You are funny.
No,
I swear to God, I love you, man.
This is real talk though. Just adding one energetic big to that rotation changes everything. Right? Like
and we got 2.
Just getting Precious to come back in about 2 weeks, fully healthy, will change everything. Right?
I think
It'll
pressure
change
makes a
everything.
big difference. I
Because
think pressure make a really big difference.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like Precious coming back. Now you can sub out Josh Hart, and on those weak side rotations, you have Precious Achua there. He's been groomed to be a big jumbo body since he was little. He know how to do this stuff. When you ask a 6'2" guard to do it, hey man, listen, you got baseline responsibility. Anybody coming from the rim at that point with a full head of steam, go out there and meet him up there. Jalen Brunson is not trying to take charges all game long, bro. Because you're going to get some and you're going to take some, bro. That man ain't looking to take every time Giannis comes to the rim. Jalen Brunson got to step out there 5 feet and step in front of a freight train. We like to think he's tough, but ain't nobody that tough. Can we get Precious to do it, though? Absolutely. Absolutely. Can we get Precious to rotate on it?
Pay me and put me in the young bodies. I'll try.
Right.
Hey,
for a little
Corey
while.
gonna foul the hell out of somebody.
For a
though.
little while until you fall on your
Oh,
tail.
you already know. You already know, Dre. You already know what it is. I'm finna throw an elbow or somebody catching the black eye.
Corey catching a flagrant 3.
Oh yeah,
three.
yeah, you might as well sit me down.
we DDTing people from the 3-point line, bro. Right. But the point that I'm getting at, man, is I know we want things to be better, right? I know we want things to be better, but Corey Lee is one, and I'll call him out. It was one that was on that bandwagon of I'm gonna wait 20 games to see what this thing is.
You doggone right.
Y'all remember that?
You doggone right.
Now,
you doggone right.
16 games, and that man has been complaining for 8 games.
Hey, bro.
I'm saying, I'm saying, like legit, Lee, Todd, Barbie, and others are like, man, I ain't judging nothing until after 20 games. And 8 games in, they the loudest one talking about we need Mitch. And knowing Mitch ain't gonna be back till Valentine's Day. So what are we doing?
Might be back MLK Day.
Here's the thing: we were so ultra efficient last night. I mean, I just don't know. You know, obviously there's gonna be nights where we're not on fire like we were last night, and you know, it was just a good win. I mean, we only took 92 shots. Only am I looking at the right percentage here? It looks like only 36 of those 92 were threes. We made 53% of our threes, 61% of our twos. I mean, it was an offensive, like, you know, it was a performance for the ages, apparently. So if we obviously are not going to be that good, we're going to be damn good, but we're not going to be that good. I think what Corey Lee is just trying to say, and I'm not trying to speak for you, is just
no. I'm about to speak for myself in a minute, but go ahead, bro.
How can we be a little bit more consistent on the defensive end, so we don't have to rely on that type of shooting? Other than waiting for guys to come back, what can we do now? What can we do right now?
I think that one of the things that was like pretty noticeable in the difference between the Jazz game and the Denver game. The Jazz had like 30 shots uncontested, and Denver only had 16 uncontested last night, which means we're getting out and contesting, and we're actually showing and being physical. Now, we can be result oriented. Like, fortunately or fortunately, the NBA is result oriented, but you got to look at the process as well. And like even from offense to defense, I think the process is getting better defensively. It's not going to be perfect, especially with the roster that we do have out there. But if we have our process offensively, what it is right now, where we're consistent, like when we talk about like we put on a clinic offensively, I want to say 9 out of 10 shots we took were wide open. And that speaks to offensive process. Like we weren't just living and dying off of completely tough shots. We weren't just taking contested threes. A lot of the threes guys were taking wide open. We were generating easy offense, just leveraging the skill of our players on the court. And if we have the same process offensively, it gives us a lot more room defensively And yeah, there's multiple ways to skin a cat. Like you got to figure out ways to win in multiple ways. But while as we are currently constructed, we're gonna have to lean offense heavy, and I'm cool with that because we have at this pace we're pushing to be the most effective offense in NBA history. So I can't even. It's not like we're like a top 10 defensive team. We're literally pushing top 3 offensive rating team ever at this point.
And okay, just for practical purposes, the Knicks have won 6 out of their last 8. What the hell are we complaining about? We complain, bro.
Because
We're
we
on
lost
a
the game.
clip. We're winning 75% of our games lately. What are we complaining about? It don't matter who you lose to if you win in 75% of your games. What's going on?
I think it's jarring the way that we're actually playing because we've never seen this before. Like if we've had an iteration of a team that was a high powered offense, it would have been easy to be like, oh, we'd have a reference point to compare it to. This has never happened in the blue and orange ever.
Right.
Even the championship teams, offensively, they weren't this. They were better defensively. They were a more well rounded team. But we've never seen an iteration of a Knicks team that was this potent offensively ever. And it being jarring and something we've never seen before, there's no point of reference to compare it to. We've had great defenses before under Tom Thibodeau, and you would have a point of reference to compare it to. Oh, we had great defenses in the '90s, or we had great defenses in the '70s. There is no point of reference for this. This is something we've never seen, and it being that jarring, it makes people uncomfortable in my mind. Anyway, like it's
I'm
just not something we're used to, and we're not something we're used to relying on. We're used to relying on defense to win his games, not relying on our offense to be the linchpin.
like to add to his point, and what I'm saying is like we're looking like the D'Antoni offense that we should have had when we had D'Antoni, and we don't have the defense of which I'm used to. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe what I'm saying I'm minding over crying over spilled milk to
I
some
think
degree.
I think the defense is going to pick up naturally when you add more defensive talent to the rotation
The
and
rotation,
with
yeah.
more chemistry, like rotations and communication and knowing the right switches. Like when we go against teams and they bring out a particular set, there are rules to switching. If you go around the league, teams don't switch in particular alignments, teams don't switch particular players, and that takes time. It takes repetition. Like you don't figure out who to switch and how to communicate off the rip. What the defense is right now is up and down, and the consistency will come with time. I'm not worried about that. That's always been the case with the Tom Thibodeau team anyway, especially defensively. We've
Hey,
never seen this
food
offense
for thought.
underneath the Tom Thibodeau team, but defensively, we've come out the gate looking a hot mess before underneath Tom Thibodeau. And with better talent, we've looked terrible defensively, and then we slowly like tighten up, and we slowly show that we can be a top 10-ish type defense underneath Tom Thibodeau. So I'm not worried about that. Like it just takes time, especially when we talk about number one. If we compare our starting lineup to last year, there's only one guy that started game one from last season in the starting lineup, and it was Brunson. Like there's turnover. Like you're not gonna figure out these things in 15, 16 games. It's just not gonna happen. And the warts, like they're gonna be glaring because it's 4 guys that have never played with one another, and we're asked to put them together, and they figured it out offensively, but defensively they haven't done it yet. But I'm not worried about them figuring it out. I think they're gonna figure it out. And we saw improvement literally from one game to another in terms of contesting shots and being on point. So like I understand Corey where you had worries where why are we not protecting the rim or why is there blown coverages, and it's just like a lot of these things are just communication. Like it takes time. Like you're just not gonna figure it out.
Hey, food for thought, fellas. And I'm just throwing out these numbers just to see what you might think about them. Had we made 50% of our shots from two and made 40% of our shots from three and made the same 25 free throws, we would have scored 114 points and lost the game. 118, 114. Does that say anything, those numbers?
If the game was closer, Russell Westbrook
That's
wouldn't
true.
have had
That's
leash
true. That's
for
very
us.
true.
If the
Our
game
starters
was
would have played 48 minutes. That's right.
like 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 the game was out of hand
Right.
for a large stretch of
The
the game.
game was out of hand in the second quarter, bro. You could see the defeat in Denver face. They knew the Knicks had something that they could. The credit to Denver, they have veterans, but they also have young dudes that will make some of those shots that Michael Porter Jr. were taking. You're like, hey, dog, why are you taking that shot right there? The Knicks just went up 7, and you coming down taking a contested 3 in transition, right? You got the MVP. If you give it to him, he can get you 2, and the lead will be 4. But you miss, and the Knicks come down and hit a 3. Now the lead is 9. Right?
Yeah,
Some things just don't
excuse me,
make
I'm stepping
sense.
away for a second. I'm here still though.
Yeah. Some things just don't make sense. Right?
Like Freezy, like they got to 118 points because Westbrook had 24 and a quarter.
Right.
Yeah.
And nobody was guarding Westbrook. Y'all saw it.
If the game was within reach, they would not have Westbrook going full go for an entire quarter for 24 points. So
Yeah.
that 118 points, like if you were to lowered it, Denver, there's no assertion or claim to make that Denver would score 4 more points.
Right.
You can't just make that assertion that they would just
Right.
score 5 more points than 113 in a game that was already out of hand at that
A
point.
game that was already out of hand, bro.
So do you think that we just hustled more on D? Do you think that it was just, or was there some changes that Tibbs made in the defense that allowed us to get out on those shots more?
I think the thing we do struggle with is typically a team that's outside in, meaning like they run a ton of pick and roll and they have guys pinging the ball around and you have guys rolling hard to the rim. Whereas the Nuggets, they play inside out through Jokic. And I think our rotations were built a lot better to contest a lot of those shots. And you saw in the first 3 quarters, we defended much better than how we did the Jazz defensively anyway. Like point of attack. Like Mikal Bridges struggling at point of attack is not much. It's not as glaring or evident when you're going against a team that plays like the Nuggets. Now, granted, the Nuggets pose a lot of issues for every other team in the league. But the way we're set up right now, it was probably easier for us to guard them at that given night. And we looked better defensively the first 3 quarters of the game. Now, after that, we were just like, go ahead, Westbrook, do whatever you got to do. We just trying to get to the hotel without getting injured at that point. And I'm not too worried about it. Like if I'm gonna keep it real with you, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Ivory. If we hold teams to
I'm back.
around 85 points after 3 quarters, we're probably gonna win a lot of basketball games, even at our lowest end offensively. And we held the best. Like we held the offense that was manning the best offensive player in the game today to around 85, 86, 87 in 3 quarters. I can't be too mad at that personally. And the way we looked much more competent and we communicated a lot better. But obviously adding a Mitch, adding a Precious Achua, it helps us because naturally they're just good defenders. And having them in your rotation is always going to help you. But we don't have them right now. So what you have right now is a unit that's full of guys that have just been put together. They're trying to. There's multiple guys that haven't been in a current Tom Thibodeau defensive system, and they're trying to figure out their way and try to figure out how to communicate. And while missing rotation players, you're gonna have stinkers defensively. Just to be absolutely honest, I'm just more impressed that we have the offense down already, and there's probably room to grow if Mikal can figure it out.
Which team are we gonna see in June? Utah or Denver? I'm trying to figure out why we talking about the Utah Jazz, bro.
Exactly. The
Is
odds are
that not a legit question? Which team are we gonna see in June?
that's a legitimate question. According to Vegas, Denver has a top 5 chance of being in the finals. So
Right, and so who are we more likely to see in June? Phoenix or the Utah Jazz?
Phoenix.
Or Mitchell Robinson.
It might be. I think he out till 4th of July, but hopefully he'll come back early. Whatever. Right. These are the things like our conversations. I get it. I get it. I think these are emotion-based conversations. Right. And y'all know I like to have like the intellect-based conversations. Right. For instance, why are we not talking about Cat dominating Jokic? We brought it up like 3 times. Nobody said a thing. It's like we whistling past the graveyard. Like, oh, that don't matter. Do we live in?
I think. Listen, I was just happy that they played at the very least very close to the same level. You know, I know Cat got the better of him, but he just does whatever the hell he wants out there, Joker. So
yeah, he plays at his own speed.
I think he had 20, 20 in the first like quarter and a half or so, first half or something like that.
He finished the game at the third quarter with 22, 7, and 7, which is still a hell of a game.
He played a good game.
It's still like that.
Yeah. The fact that we have somebody that can neutralize him is huge.
But Cat also took his foot off the gas also.
Yeah.
When Jokic left, you didn't see Cat being aggressive. You saw OG Anunoby being aggressive. Right? Did y'all not see that? Did anybody notice OG Anunoby scored 40 points?
Yeah. That was crystal clear. That was crystal clear to me.
I was going to say, because we can complain about defense or we could talk about OG Anunoby scoring 40 points.
He's looking like a bargain.
What is going on with that dude? I mean, I bet he's never had this many dunks in a whole year, as many as he's had right now. I mean, are you kidding? I've never. I mean, my God.
If he ever stayed healthy, he was always like amongst the leaders in dunks for wings.
Oh, was he? I mean,
yeah. For the Raptors, he was.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. I feel like dude is dunking the ball every other play.
Yeah, right. And once you play with a guy like Cat, you're gonna get a lot of easy buckets. Now it's almost like it's twofold because you mentioned the thing. Well, it was mentioned in the chat. Like smaller guys are just being matched up on OG, and you only get that because of Brunson being giving guys the task of guarding him that are around 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". And then now you have Cat stretching defenses, basically warping the defense by stepping on the court. Right. All you're gonna get is there's gonna be a lot of nights like this. There's gonna be a lot of nights.
I need to disagree, and I need to disagree with Dre just a little teeny bit. Yeah. I agree with Dre, but I disagree in what he omitted. Right. I think he omitted something. I don't think you intentionally omitted it. I'm going to blame it on you being a Jets fan.
Oh, here we go.
But I'm going to blame it on you being a Jay Dilla fan. Right. So the thing about OG Anunoby getting dunks is not just OG Anunoby getting dunks. Like OG Anunoby is getting dimed up. They're finding OG. Right. And so it's not like OG Anunoby is Randy Moss where he just get open or whatever. Man. Cat is finding him. Brunson is finding him. Josh Hart threw him a flat-footed lob. And when I saw him, like, yo, like Josh, that man is standing flat-footed. How you gonna throw that man a flat-footed lob? But the mindset is there.
Yeah.
The intent is there. So I agree with Dre and Ivory about the dunks. But I think they know that their outlet on these contested perimeter and double teams in the post is find OG at the rim.
And he's adept at knowing when to cut too, as well. Like
right.
He knows when. Yeah.
And knowing when to leave that lane open.
Yeah. Like the first game he ever had with us. He ain't know
we watched
none
the
of the
game together.
playbook.
You remember that? The first game we watched together. Yeah.
We were like, our small forward can just dunk like that.
He
I didn't know that
he
was a
could just
thing.
levitate.
No. I was there too. Yes.
Yeah, we were like, yo, a small forward can levitate and dunk a basketball. What is this unfamiliar thing that
he's flat-footed dunking? You can do that?
Because our previous small
No,
forward
go right back up and put it right back in.
Yeah, dunk it, yeah. Because our previous small forward needed to go all the way in the tunnel and get a running start and be tired by the time he get to the rim and dunk.
He back up by the half court line.
This man back up all the way to Staten Island.
But God bless him because you out there dropping 39 too now. God bless the young man.
Yeah.
He 39 on about 30 shots though.
He the only one out there shooting where he at.
You were there for him, so yeah.
It's not even a slight to him. OG's just a better fit with how we decided that.
Lee, can I call out Dre real quick?
Yes, you can. Because you done called me out a couple of times.
I got to call out Dre because Dre listens to like a group called The Internet or some shit. I don't know what the name of the group is. So okay. So he listens to a group called The Internet or whatever it is. Right.
Great
so
group,
he don't know no better because
shout out to Sid.
Yeah. Dre is from, where did we say Dre was from again? Lee, where did we say Dre was from?
West Clyde.
We said Dre was from somewhere. Where's he from? Williamsburg?
Yeah, something like that.
What's north of Williamsburg? Coney Island? No. What's north of Williamsburg?
Bensonhurst, I think.
Is it?
Might be.
Hey, chat. What community is north of Williamsburg, Brooklyn?
Oh no. What's it called? Oh God. Give me a minute.
It's on Brooklyn Heights.
Yeah, Brooklyn Heights and what's that other one? A really nice part of Brooklyn too. You can go walk. You pretty much go walk the promenade from there. Not Brooklyn Heights.
I thought it was. Yeah, this sound familiar. Then the chat is saying Greenpoint, but Park Slope sound familiar.
Park Slopes, exactly.
Right there too.
Park Slopes, right there. Yep, exactly.
Okay. The chat was saying Greenpoint, and I'm not familiar with Greenpoint, so I ain't even. Yeah, I know how I feel about talking about stuff you don't know, so I don't know about Greenpoint, but Park Slope does sound familiar.
It is Park Slope.
So is that where Dre is from? Park Slope?
Where just naming random places.
Right over there by Prospect Park, before on the nice side.
Right. Yo, what's the south part of Brooklyn again? Somebody told me it's grave something. It's something grave something. Where the graveyard's at? The old 1600 graveyards by the subway. I forget what train you take down that way. Yeah, Gary got said the next. He said the nice side of Brooklyn. Yeah, where the Huxtables live at, right?
That's Park Slope, Brooklyn Heights. That's where the Huxtables from.
Who is Josh Hart the most impressive Knick this year, or is it OG? But Josh Hart, I don't know, man.
No, it's Josh Hart.
Josh Hart is like, I mean, my God,
man,
that's acting right there. I mean, that's
wow.
If I had to say like the most consistent player, I'd say OG. Then I'd get it's tough. It's tough to do, man. It's just we have a lot of talent.
I mean,
Josh Hart is the biggest connecting point of us all, to be real. Especially on the break.
If you think our defense is bad now, take OG out this equation.
Y'all such haters. Yeah, Cat is averaging a career high in points, rebounds, 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, and y'all gonna say Josh damn Hart.
You daggone right.
Y'all haters, bro.
No,
I'll be that.
A multiple-time All-Star
It's
is
because
having
Cat is already an All-Star, so you almost expect him to do well. It's
You
more like
expect him to put up career high numbers?
Yeah,
exactly.
And this team with the usage he's going to get, he doesn't have that. I'm not going to say he should do that. I'll just say that I'm not as surprised as him doing that.
He should do that because that's easy. It's easy to do. Mitchell Robinson was doing it when he was healthy.
Stop it! Don't do that.
Because it's easy.
You see how he do this, man? You see how he do this?
That man went 1 for 9 Saturday and is still shooting 57% from 3.
Yo, you let the world tell you. The world was telling us yesterday. Jokic was shooting the highest 3-point percentage.
Jokic is
at
shooting the highest percentage. But the difference is that
I'm sorry, 47%. 47%.
Yeah. But Jokic is shooting a stupid percentage right now.
Yeah.
But he's still at a high like we talking about a center, an NBA center, on high volume that you would wish we had a guard shooting like that. Maybe. We love Dante. He wasn't even shooting like that.
Nah, that man is averaging. So wait. So it's not a career high because he averaged. So Cat averaged 26.5 in 2020. So and right now he's averaging 26.3. So it's not a career high, but it's close.
But if we're talking about, he probably has way less shots now than then.
Yeah,
he's probably at the most effective he's ever been.
So But what did you say? God damn, it's slipping my mind, man.
Ivory,
bro. What the heck, right?
I'm tired, bro.
Watch your mouth, boy.
It's like,
potty mouth.
What was Ivory saying? You were saying something, and then it got cut off.
Yo, they heard about Aaron Rodgers might retire, and Jets fans can't remember nothing. Aaron Rodgers was like, if I come back, it might be with the Jets.
Hey, man, I'd rather have dementia than remember the season.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna wish that on you. I'm not gonna wish dementia on you, but I pray he retires for y'all.
Yeah, I'm praying too.
Yo, bro, we could both be in the Shedeur Sanders raffle.
And man, I'll take Cam Ward. You can have Shedeur, man. I just need something new.
Man, the Giants are gonna draft Quinn Ewers because he's
say that, man. Freezy, stop it, because I hate when you do
that can run
because you almost prophetic.
And then the Jets the next year are gonna draft Arch Manning in 2020.
No.
And y'all are gonna be like, yo, why we drafted Quinn Ewers when we could have just waited the kid got Arch Manning? Yeah, man.
Hey, I don't mind picking up a bum for a year. I'll have another bum season just for Arch Manning.
Yo, Arch Manning, Arch has Jets written so all over him, bro. That is the most NFL thing. That's the most Roger Goodell thing ever to do. Right? That's like Wemby to the Spurs, bro. It is written.
Ain't no lotto in the NFL. You got to be just outright garbage.
Hey man, when y'all get rid of Aaron Rodgers, if Aaron Rodgers retires,
maybe
win.
Yeah,
ain't no ifs about it. Win, please.
Man, 41, he gonna retire.
Yeah, well, yo, y'all can struggle one more year with him, please. Do what you can. Do what you can with him.
But you already know what's gonna happen. We're gonna win like 2 games for no reason.
Resurrect Rex Ryan, so I can go one more year with him.
The Rex Ryan should be the next head coach of the New York Jets, bro.
No.
Yep.
Man,
yeah.
Oh no, I can't do it.
How Jets fan? How are you going? And try Knicks, y'all. I'm gonna get back to the Knicks real quick.
I don't need the sequel. We already did this.
The one thing about
the sequel is so much better.
One thing about Sexy Rexy is y'all guaranteed to go 11-6 every year. Guaranteed.
Facts.
Guaranteed.
What a great defense.
Yeah, y'all want to win.
Except the last 2 years we had them, we were terrible.
Bro, but when They're gonna say Vegas is gonna say y'all gonna win 7, y'all gonna win 11.
He
And
was
then
he
Vegas is
was
gonna say
eating
y'all gonna win 14 and y'all gonna win 11.
Freezy. He was eating off of Eric Mangini's players. Once those got phased out, it was night. It was over. He was garbage. He wasn't that good.
That's the GM fault. That's not his fault.
That's him. Exactly.
Well, we fired the GM.
And when have y'all not fired a GM?
Thank you.
Well, we kept this GM way too long. At that, we kept his ass for 6 years.
Yeah. Bro, y'all have had more GMs than the Giants been in the league.
Right. And so, but on this Knicks thing, y'all, I wanted to point out this one thing, just real quick before we get too far away. Right. One of the things that we're noticing or that we're not noticing is that offensively, these guys are less selfish than you've ever seen. This is the least selfish offense you've ever seen, right? Generally, how Knicks offenses were historically, since about 1982, right? So for about 4 years, the Knicks offense operates like this. You get one guy that's a scoring machine, right? You get another guy to be his lesser talented, but almost as important sidekick, right? You go grab 8 guys that all have a role, right? And they do their role. That's the Knicks offense. It's about 1982. Whether you want to talk about Bernard King, Pat Ewing, Zach Randolph, Jamal Crawford, Carmelo Anthony, Julius Randle. That's the way our offense has been in New York. That's what we appreciate. Right? Now you have an offense full of dudes that want to score, but they are unselfish scorers. Like Jalen Brunson wants to score, bro. Jalen Brunson has not seen a shot that he doesn't like. Jalen Brunson has a fetish for the basketball, bro. Right? I think Jalen Brunson drove to 42nd Street at night to go pick up basketballs, bro. That's what I think about Jalen Brunson.
Breezy, can I ask you a question real quick?
But hold on. Let me just do this thing though. But the mere fact that on rare nights we can say, hey, our third best player scored 40 points and nobody complained and we won. Right? There are nights when the most skilled big man, and because Cat is the most skilled big man. I don't care what anybody says when it comes to flat out talent. There is no other center in this league that is more talented than Karl Anthony Towns, right? But talent ain't everything. You got to have heart, right? You got to be tough. All of these things, right? Karl Anthony Towns is the most talented big man, the total package in the league. Jokic might be more skilled than him, but Jokic can't move like Cat, right? Embiid might be able to draw more fouls than Cat, but he can't move like Cat, right? Victor Wembanyama might have a more diverse offensive bag, but right now he ain't there yet. Maybe one day, but not today. Maybe one day, but not today, right? My point is, there are nights when Cat looks like a top 5 NBA player, and we have seen 2 times this season when Cat gets in that bag, right? When Cat gets in his hat, the other cats just legit just find the cat in the hat, bro. Right? They just try to find them, bro. There was a game Cat had 46. We thought he should have had 60. Dre, you remember the game where Cat had 46?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Ivory, you remember the game where Cat had 43?
I don't know about 43. I remember the 46.
Cat has scored 40 points twice. He scored 40 points twice this year already. Cat has so far this year. Cat has 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7. Out of 16 games, Cat has 7 30-point games. And in all of those games that Cat had 30 points, those 7 30-point games, how many times did you feel like Cat just hijacked the offense and wouldn't pass the ball?
Never.
Never. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I concur.
About this offense. The offense, there was a night Jalen Brunson had 15, had a career high in assists. And instead of us talking about his career high in assists, y'all know what we was talking about?
My man, Mitch.
Man, the Knicks defense, man. Jalen Brunson had a career high in assists, and we out here like, yo, Cat can't guard.
Yeah,
I don't know why Cat can't guard 4 people at one time, man. Other people do it. No, they don't.
I just watched Rudy Gobert get destroyed by Sengun, and we were complaining about that.
I saw it.
You was watching that, right?
Yeah.
He said the too little.
Right.
To Sengun, and Cat was struggling with guarding Sengun, and Sengun was doing that to a 4-time defensive player of the year, 1-on-1, just busting his ass. So it's like there's talent in this league, and you can't just stop everybody. Just like teams literally just can't stop us. We just got to make shots at that point.
And Sengun was killing him with a basic move, the jump hook, from about 6 feet away. He's just getting straight to the jump hook, bro.
He would put his shoulder in his chest, jump hook. That's
jump hook. You couldn't stop it. And we've been begging one of our young bigs to Dre, we've been begging one of our young bigs to just get it. How long we been begging one of our young bigs to just get a jump hook, bro?
I think Huck Porty has one.
Stop it, Freezy.
Yeah.
Huck Porty has one.
Cat got one.
Oh, Cat got a hook, a
But
floater,
speaking of Brunson's assist, I do want to say one thing. I think Brunson is learning how to be a different player than he's ever been. And what I mean by that is Brunson throughout his entire career has been a scorer. In college, scorer. And I think that's why he was a second-round pick, because no one believed he could be the same scorer in the league.
At his size, right.
Right. So I think he just went into the league doing exactly what got him there. Score. That's why in Dallas, he was like their 6th man. Score. He's never been the guy that they said, yo, you got to run this team, lead this team, until he came here. And I think now more than ever, after 3 years, he's learning how to do that more. I think he's getting better at being a starting point guard. And, I think maybe we're not giving that enough.
Oh, I'm saying, Dre, before that.
Maurice Cheeks.
Because I really wanted to ask this question. Was last night's his career high in assists, was it?
Yeah, it was. Yes. By a wide margin at that. He never had more than 14.
No, I just wanted to ask that question because I wasn't sure. And kudos to him because he had a great game. He really did have a great game. Mr. Dribble.
Right.
But I mean, career high in assists now. I mean, he's really. I mean, each year he's getting better and better at distributing and being a point guard. And I think now, I mean, he might. I mean, now that he's got some weapons too. I mean, maybe we're seeing him develop into something that we just didn't even think he could become after already becoming something we didn't think he could.
You know what it's reminding me of? It's reminding me of when Chauncey
the New York Suns.
Hold on. It reminded me of when Chauncey Billups learned how to be a point guard instead of score first.
In Toronto, right. Yeah.
When he first came to the league, he was bouncing around as the score first guard. He didn't really have the IQ. He didn't really have the feel. He didn't know when to take over or when to let his teammates take over. Yep. And then once he got to the Pistons, and he had a transitional year, I think, going to Toronto.
Right.
And then on the Pistons, his first year, he was figuring it out, and then he took a real grasp on how to control and manage games in 03, 04. And from there, he just became this high IQ cerebral player, and he would pick apart defenses, whether it would be his turn or he would put his teammates in position to score. And it feels like, and that took Chauncey about 3 years of being the man and being a starting point guard for him to figure that out. And we're in our third year of Jalen Brunson being the man, the unquestioned point guard of the team. And he's slowly starting to figure it out. Where he's realizing I don't got to do too much on the night tonight, especially if I'm being guarded in a particular way. Even though he loves scoring, he knows that he can get whatever he wants at any given time. And you know what I want to credit Jalen Brunson to? Remember at the end of the game, he went out and seeked to get McCall an extra shot up. I don't know if you remember that. But he went out to seek, like he drew up, he called up a play, got McCall a corner 3-point shot, and it went in. And that can help a guy that's struggling on a night to night. Like he can just see the
Night to
ball go
night,
in the
it's
hole.
every night. The young man is struggling, bro.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's not the point. It's more like he's learning how to take the reins and knowing what to do on the play to play. And he'll falter at times and still have some dribble in him. But last night was a show. Like to me, he's taking a large.
I think
growth.
Mikal Bridges is getting unfair bashing. Now, does he deserve some bashing? Yes, but I told Dre two things during the summertime. Right? Dre said I was wrong, and I respect Dre's opinion. But again, Uncle Freezy is always right. Right? Yeah, I remember the spreadsheet I put up there, and I said the Knicks were going to score 120 points a game. Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
You said 128.
But you know,
No,
Brunson's
I
game.
did. No, I did. I knew Jay was gonna say. I got proof right here, bro. I'm gonna just pull it up. I got proof.
No, I made you dial it back down. But
Brunson's game.
You wanted me to dial it down to. You wanted me to dial it to 118. You wanted me to dial it to 118.
Brunson's game as a point guard reminds me of Kyle Lowry a little bit. How he, he went from kind of being more of a scorer to like really being that point guard. I mean,
yeah, but Kyle Lowry could never score like Brunson could.
No, of course not. But I'm saying he was definitely more of a scorer than he was a passer.
I was not expecting us to be well over 120 because I was taking into account us being a slow-paced team. But what are we at right now?
I think we're still a slow-paced team. I mean, we're still
not paced, but like
are we at like 125 a game?
Are we?
Pretty much.
No, definitely not.
Yes, we are.
Are we? I think the 145. Well, we had 130 a few times and 140, but then we dropped 107 against Utah. I have to look it up.
Okay. So average that out to what? 125.
We're 119 a game. I mean, that's close. We're 119.
So okay, I'm about right, Freezy.
Oh,
you said I got you down to 118.
So me saying 120.
And you saying, I remember the show. You said
126. Dre say he's right.
No. I remember the show. You said 126. I ain't forget.
No, I didn't.
Freezy, we could bring back. You got time dated. We can go back.
Dre, my hey man, my thing ain't kicked in yet, bro. I remember when I said
Come on, man. He got dial up.
Yeah,
we do seem to be getting stronger offensively though. Our last three games, we scored 120, 130 the last 3 games.
Right. So the point, the two things I was right about. Right. And I'm not saying that I'm right about everything. Right. But this thing, man, I be wanting y'all to pay attention to certain stuff. Right. Like when Unc say certain things, bro, he be meaning it. The Knicks are 120 point per game team.
Wait, hold on.
The other thing that I mentioned is there was gonna be a transition period for Mikal Bridges moving to the backcourt.
Yeah,
Lee, you remember when I said the Knicks need to go get a big guard, and everybody was telling me that Mikal Bridges was going to be that big guard, and I said if he is going to be that big guard, it's going to take some time for him to adjust. Ivory, you remember me and Ivory was on a Saturday morning show, and I was saying that like we need us a big guard to play with Jalen Brunson, right? Because Jalen Brunson is a diminutive guard. Usually, a backcourt has a diminutive guard and a big guard, right? Usually, right? And that's to offset certain matchups on certain nights. right? And I was told that Mikal Bridges was going to be that guy, and I said, well, if Mikal Bridges is going to be a primary ball handler and playmaker, it's
Yep.
going to take him some time to be that, right?
Because most of his career, he's pretty much been like a small forward
Off ball,
wing.
right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That was one of the things. That's one of the things that I was mentioning. One of the other things that I mentioned, and I said it all summer on purpose. The 45 cut is gonna make somebody an all-star, right? Y'all remember me saying 45 cut during the summer?
That's what I was trying to think of the other night when I couldn't get it right. The 45 cut. But go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, the 45 cut is gonna make somebody an all-star. I had no idea it was gonna be OG. It may be OG. It may be Mikal Bridges. It's early in the season. Right, it's early in the season, but when you have two guys that can drive to the rim that are elite at their position for driving for the rim, the offside 45 cut is going to turn somebody into dunk fest, right? It's going to turn something into dunk fest. It's what I'm not saying we're going to be Lob City, right? Because we're not high flying. We dunk a lot, but we're not high flyers, right? It's if you can imagine when Chris Paul turned the corner off of DeAndre Jordan's screen, right? And you had Paul Pierce in a corner where your tag man couldn't leave Paul Pierce. Right now, Chris Paul is penetrating the paint, and the help comes to stop Chris Paul. And all of a sudden, a beige dude with a 69-inch vertical and with color hair like this is dunking on everybody in sight, right? And so we're doing the same thing, except we're doing it differently, right? Once we can penetrate with Cat off the dribble. Dre uses the word gravity, and I think that's probably the best way to put it. When you have dudes with gravitas that can pull the defense towards them, that means there's a vacancy somewhere else on the floor. It's the fitted sheet theory. Like you tug too hard this way, another part somewhere is going to pop off the mattress. Right, and it's up to us to find that part. I noticed Ivory didn't say nothing just now. Ivory probably never made a bed in his life, bro.
Oh, shout out to me and Ivory, the beige dudes, because somebody else denying the fact that he's beige.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all these beige dudes up here, bro. What's going on? But anyway, my point is this: with this offense, bro, the unselfishness of these guys. Because think about this: would Julius Randle make those same passes if he were here?
I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no.
He'd make them, but he'd take 5 dribbles before he makes them.
Before he made them, right? The play might be the window might
delayed
be by the time. Yeah. He's like Daniel Jones. Like by the time he could throw the football, the window.
Don't do that. No.
Daniel Jones is a free agent.
Okay.
He making a decision like LeBron right now.
I forgot he's gonna be a bear in a minute. So
yeah, we're gonna start him, bro.
Yeah.
we gonna start him, and you know what we're gonna do after we start him?
Release him.
We're gonna threaten to take Shedeur Sanders #1. and make the Giants pay us like we did Carolina.
Hey man.
That dude Thibodeau would look nice in a Navy Bears jersey, #5. Yeah, man. We're gonna take that pick. Y'all want Shedeur or what, bro? Malik Neighbors and Kevon Thibodeau and 3 first-round picks. Y'all want Shedeur or what?
Man, come on, man. We're gonna finish worse than y'all. We tanking now. Let's tank best right now.
We not tanking. We just got the hardest schedule in the league, bro. We got the Lions
twice.
Man,
bro, stop it.
We got the Lions twice. We got the Packers, the 49ers. We got the Vikings, the Packers, the 49ers, the Lions.
That's just because your division is much better this season. Doesn't mean it's tougher.
I think we play Kansas City in Kansas City or something weird. Like we got like some mad good team at home. I can't remember. Right. So, but anyway, the point that I'm getting at is our offense is so unselfish that when we watch it, they make it look easy. And Dre, I think we take it for granted about how easy they make this offense look. Was my point.
I absolutely like. OG probably scored 40, and he probably took like maybe 6 or 7 dribbles to create his own shot the whole game.
And he probably took 4 hard, difficult shots the whole night.
And it was a three.
The 2 threes that he took where he was smothered and he made them, you were like, holy crap, he going for 70.
But
Right.
and to that point, that and in tandem with like you could look up, Cat will get 30 and it will be the quietest 30 you ever seen in your life.
Right.
You just look up, he's 12 for 15 with 30 points and a whole lot of rebounds and a couple of assists.
Dre, you know what? You know why it's like that? Because on top of the offensive rebounds, the dude gets putbacks. He gets a lot of cleaned up points at the rim. You don't notice. Like
I do notice that.
In last night's game, when we were late in the shot clock, they just threw it up to him and he tapped it in with his left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
It was an inbounds. He inbounded it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he got great hands.
Yeah. I think it was like
that's great positioning.
Yeah, it was like a second left on the shot clock when the ball went out of bounds, and they just ran a play and put it up there, and he tapped it in. It's a lot of very, 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 very good finishing by Cat. Where you're like, did he make that? Yes, he made that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that. And so when you look, Cat might have 4 points and 7 rebounds, and then before you know it, he's got 12 and 8. And you're like, wow, okay. These 3-pointers add up, bro.
And he gets it within the flow of the offense.
And he makes his free throws.
Yeah.
When are the Knicks gonna start getting some calls though? A little bit. I hate to be that guy to bring it up.
Yeah, I think we get a terrible whistle. But I mentioned this before.
Terrible.
The last few champions didn't live at the free throw line. Unfortunately.
But that's the difference, right? Because I see your point, man, and I appreciate that. I think it's a great point. But I think there is something to us not getting the whistle at all.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there's one thing where you say we don't go to the free, we don't play physically offensively enough to get free throws. And then there's another thing that when you do, you just don't get the whistle.
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I think it's a little bit of both, but some of it's a bit egregious when like Cat is a 7-foot, 260-pound man going to the rim, and he gets accosted. You had to do a lot to move Cat out the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
and he gets accosted at the rim, and they just don't call none.
Bro, what was it? Saturday, legit. Walker Kessler and Laurie Markkinen stop and frisk Cat going to the rim, bro.
You gotta add in the other one too from the Hawks because they all converged on them. I saw that.
John Collins, yeah.
John Collins, because it was like John Collins at the rim, and then like the other 3 covered up over John Collins. The other 2, I should say.
Yeah. I remember the black cop from Boys in the Hood. Oh,
yeah,
tough. Yeah, him.
Yeah,
that's what it's like every time. It's like Trey just going out to ride, bro. The police pulling him over. That's what it's like, bro. Oh, you think you tough? See how tough you is? Yeah, man. That's what it's like with Cat going to the rim, and it don't matter if he going left-handed or right-handed. It don't matter, right? Because at first I thought it was. You know what? Maybe when he goes with his dominant hand, he's strong enough to move to stay on balance with his offhand. But it don't matter because he do it with the other hand. It's the same thing. And y'all know I watch that kind of stuff, right?
Brunson is at the top of the league in paint touches, and he don't go to the line.
Who is that?
So just
who's that?
That's just the frustrating part.
Who's that, Dre?
I said Brunson's near the top of the league in paint touches, and he's not nowhere near amongst the top of the league in free throws.
Right.
Cat takes more free throws than Brunson.
I didn't know that. That's a real fact.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Every other person that you see in the top 10 in paint touches,
Right.
they're up there in free throws, except for Brunson.
Okay.
So it makes no sense. Granted, a lot of what Brunson does is floaters, but if you're amongst the trees, naturally you're gonna get fouled,
Right.
and he just doesn't get a whistle.
That's crazy, bro. I got a question for y'all real quick before
No, I knew it was gonna rain Thursday.
you know
Sorry, go.
what trade is out there for the Knicks to do in January to solidify this roster?
Deuce for DiVincenzo.
Because the calculator guys told me we didn't draft Ryan Dunn because we were saving assets to make another big trade at the trade deadline. That's what the calculator guys told me. So now that they look absolutely terrible with the Matt Ryan take, we didn't draft Ryan Dunn because we got to value Matt Ryan. His name is Ryan. Ryan is Ryan, right?
Who the hell said that?
Bro, the calculator guys have been telling me the reason why we didn't take Ryan Dunn is because we were saving assets for another big trade at the trade deadline.
Of what? What more do we need? To be honest with you,
Well,
We could use a backup
that we don't have.
case, man. We could use another wing, I think.
we have another wing on the bench, and that wing can actually play defense, and Tibbs doesn't play him. But Freezy thinks Ryan Dunn is just going to play, even though he can play defense.
No, that's not what I thought. No, I'm merely talking about.
I'm
merely talking about having a guy on your roster.
I mean, we have a wing on our roster that can play defense.
McCullough.
That allegedly Tibbs likes. But
Packham Dadier.
No,
hey,
McCullough.
Man, every time Packham plays, he impresses me on defense. Every time.
Lee, you hear how this conversation goes, right? You were the witness, right?
Yeah.
When I said Packham Dadier's name for the first time, you remember how everybody laughed at me, man?
Of course.
I never heard of that man in my life.
Me neither.
Right, and then now people are telling me like content creators are texting my phone, like, yo, why Tibbs won't play Dadier? Oh, you can pronounce his name now? You can spell that man's name all of a sudden?
Hey man, I was calling him the diet for a minute.
First of all, you didn't know you didn't know who the hell he was,
bro.
I know you didn't know.
Yeah, I was calling him the diet. I was calling him the Atkins, the keto.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Taquito? Like you at Quick Trip. Hey, you ain't even got a Quick Trip in New York.
Right, but the thing, and I'm not saying that I'm always right because I'm not always right. What I'm saying though is when we have these conversations on a different level about all the possibilities and stuff, I feel like the conversation gets somewhere. I don't know everything. That's why when Dre or something say something I don't know about and it sounds interesting to me, I'm like, hey man, I didn't know that. We need to build on that, as opposed to saying, yo, when Mitch coming back? 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 When Mitch coming? Like, bro, Mitch will be back sometime between the King holiday and Valentine's Day. That's just the timetable, right? That's the time. You don't know it might be the King holiday. It might not.
It might be Easter,
right? Think about it. Who
Yo, you better stop, Drake, because I ain't gonna tell you too much about this abuse.
who on this panel knows when Mitchell Robinson is actually coming back?
Well, Mitch said Mitch himself said he's aiming before Christmas. So
Mitch crazy. He's never lying.
But the front office is so secretive about who's coming back and when. We don't ever go.
Mitch might be the last person I listen to on that. You know, we all know you don't listen to the player, that's for sure.
But it's strange, bro. Freezy, like we thought Kristaps would not be back till January. That man is out here playing before Thanksgiving.
But yeah. but he's not Mitch, and Mitch is not him, right?
And the injuries
and also we're not in the Boston front office either. So
yeah,
the injuries are different, but
right,
yeah, like, yeah.
But so what trade is out? Because I noticed I asked a question and we started talking about Mitch again.
I go ahead,
I'm gonna
Corey.
say this. I don't think we need to really bust any really major moves. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought maybe in the beginning of the season that okay, we bring XYZ back. We bring back what's my man name? Precious and what's your boy name? Oh Jesus. What's your boy name? The dude campaign. And I thought, because they had them on 1 year deals, that okay, so they're lining them up for a trade for something else. This is prior to us getting Cat. You know what I'm saying? Because we did all of this before Cat got here. Now that I know this, that I honestly feel like we can stand pat at this time of the year for the first time in maybe like what 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm not in the mind that of Leon Rose, and nor do I see things the way he sees it. His 2020 vision is totally different from mine. So I don't know. I pray that Kevin McCullough can get healthy, and maybe we can see what we have in that young man as far as defensively to help out OG as well as Bridges and at heart too at that. You know what I'm saying? To maybe add a little bit more rotation to that. Outside of that, hey, we good.
I'm. I, I think maybe another wing Tibbs can trust off the rip. That's maybe my only right, but yeah.
What's his name doing down there in G League? In the G League, the dude that was on our.
Oh, you talking
He's
about
healing. Shamit.
no, not Shamit, the other one,
the
the vet.
veteran.
You talking about Chuma?
No, the
No,
veteran that
no,
was
no,
on our
no, the
G
TJ
League
vet.
team,
Warren?
played
TJ
for
Warren.
Indiana forever.
TJ Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he
He's
doing?
Oh, he's
lighting
on our
up.
G
He's
League team
lighting up the
too.
G League, but we literally the calculator gymnastics says we can't sign him. So not
Wow.
until February.
Oh,
Because
okay.
this prorated salary won't fit.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
we're trying to hold back on going into the second apron until it's absolutely necessary, so we don't get our draft picks ransacked.
Right.
Because if he's healthy, I mean, I don't know how well he's moving around, but if he's healthy, man, that's a dude that might be important at some point.
He's a bucket. He's still a bucket.
Right.
The thing that was
And a
I
solid
think
veteran.
that unfortunately, like the guys that we've been targeting, we targeting a profile of like a high volume 3-point shooter. Matt Ryan is not it.
DiVincenzo,
Shamit was going to be the profile of the high volume 3-point shooter. And TJ Warren is in the G League shooting like 13 threes a night to prove he's that type of profile.
damn.
Literally, that's what he's down there doing, shooting a bunch of threes.
Right.
So we kind of tip in our hand in terms of who we want to fill in our rotation spot with. Like that Shamit, Matt Ryan, or whatever third wing or fourth wing off the bench, they want to
Situational.
target a guy that can just put up a bunch of threes. Because
You know,
if you look around the league, every team has like one guy that's around 6'6" that takes a bunch of threes and nothing
but
else.
the fact that but here's what I like about TJ Warren is like you said, he's a bucket. He's shooting almost 8 threes a game and down there, but he's right around average, right around 35%. But he's just a bucket, a guy like I think he might be one of the few guys on the team you can give the ball to and say,
He's
get me a bucket other than
and
Brunson.
and sometimes you just literally need a bucket on your bench. Like
Right.
we
Right.
had who was the guy that we had on the team last year that went to the Miami Heat? Burks. We just dusted him off and he was just a bucket where we needed him to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he ended up being that.
With his slow motion self.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're keeping calling a spade, we got a lot of guys that are buckets right now. Oh, if we're keeping it all the way 100,
Well,
Cat is a bucket. When McCall gets his head together, he can be he's a bucket inside the 3-point line.
Right.
I think Cat and Brunson would be a bucket. I don't see anybody else. I mean, even OG is. I look at him as being very situational in regards to I don't think he's a buck. I don't think you give the ball to him and say get us hoops. You know, I think he's playing a great role right now, and obviously improving daily, it seems. But even him, I'm not sure it's
your individual scoring ability gets heightened when you have guys on the court that you can't leave. Like guys can't come over to help on you to force you to make a turnover. There's been multiple times, even in the last game, where OG out here dribbling like an ABA player, and he still gets to whatever spot he wants to get to because they can't double him because
Stop
Cat
it.
is on the
Stop.
floor.
Stop teasing him like he's Dr. J, man.
Hey man, he got that basic dribble.
Hey man, but sometimes basic is all you need because
Absolutely. Hey, look at Kawhi.
you know what I'm saying. But to your point, I think more so when I look at Mikal, I think about where's Dr. Ruth at right now. You know what I'm saying? I think he's more so in his head, his own head, because I think naturally, if he was anywhere else outside of New York, he could do what he wanted to do when he wanted to do, regardless. You know what I'm saying? I understand the whole Brooklyn situation was totally different. I understand the Phoenix situation was totally different. But I really feel like, this young man has carte blanche at any particular shot that he wants to take right now because Tibbs is giving him that freedom. And I think he's overthinking what he should do in situations. That's all.
I do think that as well. And I saw something that was interesting. Last year, when he started on the Nets, his first like 13 games, well, like he had a stretch last year on the Nets where he had a 13-game stretch where he was like at 16 points per game, shooting 29% from three. Right. And he eventually snapped out of it and shot like 37 for a year. So that's maybe he's just in a rut right now and he'll eventually figure it out. And I think he's talented and he has the mentality to work himself through it anyway. So I'm not worried about him per se. Like I think he's gonna figure it out from
really the tricky thing about what's going on with his shooting right now is really what's happening at the foul line for him. He's not even making foul shots. That's the thing that just really curious,
I saw my point.
I don't even think he's even getting to the line in the first. Like, how many free throws is he taking all year? 11?
Not many.
Like 10.
But still, but to Ivory's point, man, that man's stroke is broken.
Yo, like I said, where's Dr. Ruth at?
Yo, that man need to go smoke a cigarette or something.
Bro, come over here. I got a carton of Newport for him all day.
Right, he just need to. Yeah, he need to relax.
And I got that other stuff too. If that ain't strong enough,
you ain't
I'm on that good cushion alcohol.
What? Name it.
It's on the house, Core, or you charging?
Hey man, if that man can get his, excuse my language, Freezy, if he get his ass rolling, I'll get him whatever he want, yo,
for free, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I'll even put him on mega personals.
Yeah, man.
I think maybe it's a little bit off right now, but I think he'll fix it. But to me, like in the mid range, he's automatic. So there's something he's doing right.
And not just spot up mid range, like he's moving, fading away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when he's moving, he's good. Like I've noticed that too.
Right, when he doesn't have to think about it. When he doesn't.
No, because we talking about a broken three. We talking about like a broken three, and then plus 46% from the mid range is still not really.
No, he's shooting higher than that from mid range. He's just saying overall he's shooting 46%.
Okay.
He's shooting. He's actually shooting at a maybe unsustainable level mid range right now. He's shooting at a very high percentage mid range.
Yeah, I feel like when he doesn't have to think and he's just reacting, he hits it. It's just when he's got time, it's a problem.
Yo, what I'm worried about is like it seems like every year we get a ham sandwich type of guy. You know what I'm saying? And not to say this man is nowhere near a ham sandwich. He's more of a hero. But the problem is like somebody soaks somebody like in our room. Somebody sucks up that attitude of like I don't know. Where do I go?
And that's calling that man a turkey and cheese.
Yeah, I think that's what our offense needs, though.
Tuna.
For a successful offense, you have to have multiple things. You have to have floor spacing. You have to have 3 levels of consistent scoring threat, right? All 3 levels. Now, it doesn't have to be post up mid range 3. It could be driving to the rim, right? It could be mid range jumpers, right? You could be throwing lobs at the rim to non bigs, right? As long as you threaten every level constantly, right? That's what makes your offense go. And the fact that Mikal Bridges is eating in the mid range, Obi is eating off the 45 cut, Cat is eating from 3 or rolling to the rim, and Jalen Brunson is getting his shots from anywhere. It makes the Knicks offense a dangerous thing because in this game where Morpheus sits you down in a lounge chair and says, pick the red pill or the blue pill, whichever pill you pick, you're still going to get thrashed. It don't matter. It don't matter. 10 million ways to die. Choose one. You still dying.
I was just thinking about that, boy. Boy, you a mind reader.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's still that. You pick your poison, you still poison. It don't matter. Right. And so the Mikal Bridges 3 ain't going. It'll get better. Right. Will it get better soon? I don't think it'll get better. So I think it's about January when he gets comfortable. About January, you'll see him get comfortable. Last year, you know who else was struggling from 3 and all of a sudden caught fire?
Deuce.
Dante. Remember Dante came into the starting lineup around this time last year for Quentin Grimes. And then all of a sudden, you couldn't leave Dante open.
It was the Indiana Pacers game, the first one.
Yep.
With the one that we lost. You got confidence.
Yep.
Then we just leaned into it.
He might be an option, but I think he might make a little too much unless we're giving up a rotation player.
Who?
Dante. I don't think
that should be
said. Can't find Dante. Dante can't be a Knick for another year. Dante can't be a Knick this year.
Oh no.
No, he can't. I think
about
that. Ain't no trade back.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think we sold Dante at his highest. I don't think he'd ever recoup this level of return ever again in his career. Because remember when they first started was talking about it, they were like, maybe Dante was the gem in the trade. Well, come to find out, Randall's still about 25 and 6 or 7 rebounds, and Dante is falling off.
A journeyman combo guard.
That's not really a point guard.
Right. And not really a 2 guard either, but can do a little of one thing, but he's not a sustainable bucket. Like 2 guards and elite 2 guards in this league finish at the rim. Dante ain't that.
Hey man, if it's one thing Tibbs has shown, he can maximize the hell out of a player.
You goddamn right. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
We a lot of the stuff we got done, he maximized the hell out of quickly to get quickly that bag.
Right. Hey, Freezy, I'm waiting for you to have that conversation too about or everybody that we shed it from the Knicks and they turned out and went somewhere else and blew the hell up.
Yeah.
Tibbs will make sure you figure out a way to have a consistent floor that will get you paid. Now, anything else after that, that's on you.
Hey, can I tell y'all the player I think the Knicks should go get?
Go ahead.
Denny Avdija from the Portland Trailblazers.
I love his game.
Oh, he left Washington.
What would you give up for him? He makes like 14 million, I think.
He makes like 14 million. Do we have anybody on the roster that make 14 exactly?
No, not that we can afford.
Yes, we do, and I already know who you're talking about. and with your blasphemous self.
Freezy, it looks like half the panel is not trying to hear what you're selling.
Yeah, they don't want to win championships, bro. Because the thing about it is when the playoffs come, you don't need 56 big men. When the playoffs get here, you're gonna need a 3 big rotation, and you're gonna need about 6 wings to make it from April to June.
And it's that jumbo wing that you're talking about who can play defense, stretch the floor, and play solid defense.
Can pass.
and can pass. Much more so than the other ones we have right now. So I have to. Jesus Christ, I hate to say this, man. I agree with you on that. If my man got to go in that trade for that certain set player, then hey, adios, homie. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to definitely consider it for him.
Salute the Soul Finger. Soul Finger's in the building.
That's
my brother.
Because think about this. What if we get to April and then OG just pull up and grab the back of his leg?
Oh, come on, don't say that, man. Don't jinx us, man. Knock on wood.
And now you got Mikal Bridges trying to do the OG stuff. They're
It
not the
ain't
same
happening.
type of defender. They're not the same type of defender. And then now you got Josh Hart trying to do the Mikal Bridges stuff. Right? Yeah, they're not the same type of defender. Josh Hart is a very energetic, undisciplined defender. Right? The other day I was pointing out to Dre, I was like, Dre, why is this dude picking up? Was it Dre? I was saying the other day, was it yesterday? When we was like, yo, why is this dude picking up Alperen Sengun in transition? Y'all remember that? I was like, yo, why is this dude trying to guard Sengun?
Who, Josh?
Yeah.
But that's Josh. Josh has been notorious for doing that. He was doing that the other. What was it? He was trying to pick up what's called in the playoffs, and send it Obi up to catch the person up top, and then and then he's sticking down there with Bam.
And now Jimmy Butler just roasting Obi.
Yeah.
Bio is roasting Josh Hart.
Exactly.
I said this before, but like, if Scrappy Dude was an NBA player, it would be Josh Hart.
It'd be Kev McCullough. Yeah, both of them, bro.
At least Kev McCullough's 6'7".
Bro, but Kev McCullough legit is like Dre said it. Just like when Dre said Scrappy Dude, I was thinking Kev McCullough. He said Josh Hart. I agree, right? But Kev McCullough is that guy, but a little more. So Kev McCullough is not as mouthy or as lippy as Josh Hart. But yo, this dude was like guarding 6'10" dudes in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, yo, you a guard, boss.
Let me at him.
Yeah, they list you at 6'7", bro. We know you 6'5". You know what I'm saying? I mean,
bro.
Kev McCullough is what you know. What Kev McCullough is what Knicks fans thought Frank Ntilikina was gonna be. Right? If you downloaded all the right genetics for Frank, that's Kev McCullough. Long arms, taller than what you think, can guard anybody from anywhere on the floor. Don't back down from a challenge. If Frank Ntilikina was optimized, he'd be Kev McCullough, a second-round pick.
I mean, had that heart transportation.
John Q. Yeah, John Q. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so Dre, one of the things I found to be interesting in my trips around the podcasting world this week was cats are asking me, why y'all signed Matt Ryan when you could have just bought back Kevin Knox? They're both 6'7". They're both shooters. Kevin Knox, everywhere he's gone in the circuit, has impressed. Right? Is that bridge burned?
I think that's done. He's cooked.
Tibbs will
I think we ruined. I think we.
Tibbs was like, hell no.
He would get PTSD in the Garden Lights. He would start panicking, start sweating, breathing real hard, sitting on the bench. No, man.
Nah, we ain't bringing back Minecraft.
Right.
You mean Fortnite?
Yo, and
Fortnite.
And ironically, during the summer, Dre said that Pacom Dadier is reminding him of Kevin Knox. Bro, that thing was such a big rock in my shoe. But Dre was right. That man's shot was looking.
Hey man, he's 6'7", light skin.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yo, man. Yo, this light skin stuff gonna have to stop, yo.
It's a badge of honor, brother. It's a badge of honor.
It's a badge of honor.
Exactly. We can't help it. We got the miscegenation in our family.
Oh, hey, yo, who's the captain of the team, huh? The captain.
Y'all better relax before I hide y'all sunscreen.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I don't get sunburned.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. And coach, he's 6'8", easy, right? But what I noticed is that the Knicks play him at guard, right? Off guard. He don't touch it because he's a rookie. But what I noticed is a lot of lineups, man, they play him at the top of their defense and on the wings on offense. Right? Like he can play. And what I also noticed is that occasionally he'll grab a contested rebound.
Now
Oh
he
yeah,
can
he's thick
rebound
his
now.
nose in there.
He grabs
Yeah.
tough rebounds. I noticed tough rebounds.
Yeah.
Who's talking about
Pack him
Matt
down.
Ryan?
Yeah, Lil Freezy. Yeah, Lil Freezy.
Oh, Lil
Hey, man,
Freezy.
he moves his feet extremely well for someone that's quote unquote not explosive
That's what they
laterally.
say.
Yeah.
That people are saying that, but the thing is
Yeah, I tend to agree. He's not explosive.
I think
he's on OG
Pacom
type
Dadier is more of a Charlie Ward explosive right now.
Oh,
Like,
come on now.
No.
Charlie Ward that much credit. He's got more explosives than he's more explosiveness.
I've never seen Charlie Ward dunk a donut, let alone a basketball.
Hey, you ever seen Charlie Ward break off a 70-yard touchdown run? No.
Hey, come on now. Big difference. Big
You ever
difference.
seen Charlie
You
Ward
ain't
throw
leaving the
a
ground for that.
I think he's not explosive, but he's agile, if that makes sense.
He's like, he's a little bit more athletic than OG, I believe.
No, he's not.
He floats
he's not.
around. He floats around the court.
I think he's definitely more coordinated, can handle the ball a lot
Nimble,
better.
yes.
He has
I
quicker
agree.
feet.
He's fluid. That's what he is. Like he changes directions and he doesn't look clunky doing it.
And he's big. He's I saw when he got measured at the combine without shoes. He was 6'7" 3/4" without shoes.
Right.
So that means he's playing 6'9".
And he can get stronger. He can get a lot stronger.
At the combine, he was 18.
Right.
He has the frame to get a lot stronger as well.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So whatever he might lack in like explosion, he can make up for it in physicality.
OG
Eventually.
Yeah, I can't believe y'all don't think Charlie Ward was an excellent athlete.
No, stop it. We're not talking about athletic.
What I'm talking about, athlete. He was a terrible basketball athlete.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Terrible.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna put that indictment on him. What I will say is athletic in the sense of the ability to run, not run, but jump.
Charlie Ward was more athletic than Tony Rice. What are we talking about?
I'm talking about jumping though, bro. We're talking about his vertical was like maybe a 27, 25-inch vertical. You understand what I'm saying? That's 6'2".
You talking about Major Harris? You remember Major Harris?
Come on, yeah. Major Harris is totally different. Major Harris was like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, and could run like a deer, stop on a dime. You remember Pat
exactly.
White? You remember Pat White?
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
I'm just saying.
That's a name right there.
Bro, if it wasn't for Charlie Ward, the Eagles would probably be starting a 6'9" quarterback right now. 6'9" statue.
Standing there looking like, huh?
Yeah.
Getting walloped.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, bro, But anyways, fellas, I gotta wrap up, man, so I can get on these phones. First thing in the morning, it's the day before Thanksgiving, so you already know.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I love the Dr. Huxtable sweater, yo.
Yeah, man, for sure, bro. That's what we do.
Straight coochie
with a zipper on it.
Yeah, exactly. Straight coochie.
Yeah.
Peace, fellas. Good night.
All right. Hey, all right, Mitch. We'll holler at you later.
Yo, Freezy, I gotta talk to you in a minute.
Yeah, I gotta use I'm gonna use the bathroom, but I'm gonna call y'all though.
Yeah. Seriously though, call me the night before because I got an idea.
All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Thank y'all for watching, y'all.
All right, peace.